welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here and you don't already know, my name is Gabrielle. Welcome to my channel. So as you can tell from the title of this video, I'm doing a neutral glam bridal makeup look for you guys today. I'm so excited because it is the first installment of my wedding makeup series. I'm so excited to get this series started because I have a bunch of ideas and a bunch of tutorials for you guys. No matter what kind of bride you are, whether you want something simple, glam, soft, romantic, I have a bunch of tutorials for you. Especially if you're planning on doing your own makeup for your wedding day, I hope these tutorials will be helpful for you. This makeup is super simple, it's super glam, but it's really easy to do. Only used one palette for this look, and that is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I love this palette so much. It is so nice. It has a bunch of neutrals in it that look great on anybody, any skin tone, no matter who you are. Anyway, I have a bunch of other tutorials other than the bridal makeup for you guys. I'm doing a few bridesmaids tutorials and a few mother of the bride or groom tutorials for you guys. So if you want to know how I got this look, please keep watching. So I'm going to start off with primer, and I'm going to use the Bare Minerals Prime Tine, and I'm going to smooth that all over my skin just to create an even canvas. On your wedding day, you want your skin to be flawless, and that's what primer is going to do. Then I'm going to move on to foundation. I have a little sample here of the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Chestnut, and I'm going to just blend that all over my skin to create a very nice even canvas, just to make everything look smooth. I love this foundation because it's very skin-like in its texture, but it stays on your skin all day. It doesn't give me any sort of white cast, and it looks fantastic in photography. It just is a beautiful, beautiful foundation. And in fact, I think this is the foundation that I'm actually going to wear on my wedding day. So I'm just going to use my Expert Face Brush from Real Techniques to blend that into my skin. After that, I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge just to go over the foundation, make sure everything's all nice and blended into my skin. Then I'm going to go in with the NYX Gotcha Covered Concealer in the shade Ebony, and I'm going to put that around the perimeters of my face, in my cheekbones. I'm going to use this as a cream contour to bring depth and dimension back into my face. You know, after you use foundation, sometimes you can lose some of that definition, and I just want to bring that back into my face. So I'm going to put that also on my forehead and around my chin, and it's going to slim up the face as well, just to and bring some warmth back into the skin. And I'm going to use my Real Techniques stippling brush just to blend that out, make sure there's no harsh lines, and make sure it's fully blended into my foundation. You also want to make sure that when doing this, you blend it into your hairline. You don't want a light hairline and a dark face. Then I'm moving on to brows. I'm going to use my L'Oreal Brow Stylist in the shade Brunette, and I'm just going to draw some hair-like strokes with that really thin pencil to create my brows. And there you go, there are the brows. And next I'm going to put some concealer on my eyelids to act as a base for eyeshadow, and I'm going to blend that out with a concealer brush. And I'm just going to set that with some translucent powder. Any translucent powder will do. Moving on to eyes, I'm going into my Chocolate Bar palette, and I'm going to dip into that light brown shade called Salted Caramel on a big fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to blend that into my transition. This is the area of the eye that's between the brow bone and the crease of the eye, right there, just so you make sure all of your other shades blend nicely. Then I'm going to go into that shade Milk Chocolate, and I'm going to blend that right under the salted caramel shade that we added to the eye, just to add a little bit of extra definition. Then with a more dense brush, I'm going into the shade Semi-Sweet, which is a darker brown, and I'm going to pack that onto the outer corner of the eye, and I'm going to pack that in a C shape on the corner of the eye, and just continue to pack that on to add more definition to the eye and more depth. Then going back in with that fluffy blending brush, I'm going to blend out that deep brown color just to make sure there are no harsh lines whatsoever. We want to make sure that although it's going to be super glam, we want to make sure that everything is still soft and blended. And then from there, we're going to go back in with that denser brush, pack on some more brown shadow, and we're going to go between that fluffy blending brush and this more dense brush to make sure we add enough definition to the eye, to make sure we get as much definition as we want. And then we're going to go in with a flat shader brush into the color Marzipan, and we're just going to add that onto the lid. It is a beautiful, beautiful champagne color, and it's going to be really sparkly and beautiful for your wedding day. So we're going to add that to the lid and blend that in. Finally, we're going in with that shade Hot Chocolate, which is more of a deeper brown metallic color, and we're going to go right in between the matte brown shade and that marzipan shade that we put on the inner corner of our eyes, and we're going to blend that all out to make sure it's seamless. Now I'm going in with my Maybelline FitMe concealer in the shade Cafe to conceal and brighten up under my eyes. This is what's really going to bring that lightness to the middle of the face, to the center of the face. This is what's really going to attract people to your eyes and make you look bright and awake. And I'm just going to use my finger to blend out that concealer. The warmth of your hand really blends in concealer very well into foundation. Make sure everything is blended nicely, and I'm just going to make sure everything is seamless with my beauty sponge. Then I'm going to set that concealer with my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Setting Powder in the shade Deep. I'm going to take that on my beauty sponge under my eyes and anywhere I set that concealer, and basically all over my face to set the foundation and concealer. Next, we're going to move on to eyeliner, and I'm going to do a cat wing. So I'm going to take that liner and I'm going to put it in the direction of my eyebrow from the corner of my eye, and then from that line I'm going to drag it back onto my lash line, and that creates a little bit of a mini wing right there. And then I'm going to make a really thin line across my lash line from the inner corner to the outer corner, making it a little bit thicker and connecting it to the wing as I go closer to the outer corner of my eye, and that creates a little cat eye. There it is. Next, I'm going to take a small detail brush and that same deep brown shade that we used on the outer corner of our lids, and then we're going to put that on the outer corner of our lash line just to add a little bit more definition to the eyes and make it more balanced from the top to the bottom. And then we're going to take a small pencil brush and that same marzipan shade that we put on our lid, and we're going to put it in the inner corner of our eyes. And this really is just going to brighten up the eyes and make everything look super bright and awake and pretty. Next, to finish up the eyes, we're going to do some mascara. I'm using this mascara from Wet n Wild. You can use false lashes if you want to on your wedding day, if that's what the kind of look that you're going for. But if you're not used to wearing lashes or you don't know how to put them on your eyes, that's perfectly fine. Mascara is beautiful on its own, especially if you have naturally long lashes. So I'm just going to put this mascara on my top and bottom lashes. That's the eye look. Moving on to lips, I'm going to line up my lips with this NYX lip liner in the shade brown, and I'm going to line the outer portion of my lips. And then I'm going to use a lip brush to blend out that lip liner, just to make it easier to blend in with the lipstick that I'm going to put on, which is going to be a Rimmel lipstick in the shade 14. It's just a beautiful nude pink shade that I think is perfect for any bride on her wedding day, and I'm going to blend that into the lip liner using my lip brush, making sure all the color is seamless and blended beautifully. Finally, I'm going to go on to this lip gloss from NYX, and I'm going to put that only in the center of my lips just to make your lips look a little pouty and shiny for your wedding day. Finally, we're moving on to highlighter, and I'm using this one from Sephora. It is a Micro Smooth Illuminator in the shade Light Beam, and I'm going to take that on a highlighting brush, and I'm going to put that on my cheekbones and on my temples in a C shape on my nose, and then I'm going to set all of that beautiful work that I've done with my Skindinavia Bridal Makeup Setting Spray, and I'm going to go over that with a sponge just to make sure it soaks into the skin and blends out beautifully. Alright, so that's it. That's all I have for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this bridal makeup tutorial. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscription button down below. And don't forget to hit the bell so you can get a notification every time I upload. I upload every Wednesday. And until next Wednesday, bye!